Hello everyone, my name is Miss Vera. I'm an educator and have a YouTube channel at Allo Tutors. Today, I'm going to teach you biology and the topic is scientific method. So, want to know what is scientific method? In our last video, we talked about science and the usefulness of science. And so today we want to talk about scientific method. Now, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify scientific method, explain the method of science, and give a possible illustration. Let's go! Now, the definition of scientific method. Now, scientific method is a systematic process of identifying inquiries that arises from something being observed. Okay, it's after observing something, what are the approach, what are the methods, how do you investigate what is being observed, and that having observed a thing, it must pass through a process, and that process is called what? Scientific method. So let's jump right in. Now, this is the basic scientific method. Now, it starts from observation. Now, you have to make observation, and okay, this is just the basic methods. Observation. Let me just list it first before I jump right. You have to first observe, then you put forward a hypothesis to account for the observation you make. Then you design and conduct experiments to test it, and you analyze results and draw conclusion, and then you either accept it or reject the or modified hypothesis, share results, and it becomes theory and law. I know I'm rushing, but I'm going to explain it in full. Okay, I'm just saying about the method. From observation, you start asking questions. Oh, what is this? Oh, I observed this. I don't know what is it. And then it now leads you, because of that question, leads you to put forward a an hypothesis, and after putting forth an hypothesis leads to experiment, analysis, and conclusion. Okay, now let's explain it in full. Now, observing, what does it mean by observing? When you see a particular thing, you are going on the streets and you don't even know what it is. You saw a strange object or an animal, and you just wonder, I haven't seen this before. You know, you actually observe. You have to check it out to see. Okay, study it carefully. Okay, that's by observing it, and then this requires us to carry out research. Okay, asking question, you know, what, I saw something on the street and I don't really understand this, so I just want to know. Okay, like example now, the shoots of plants that is growing in sheltered area receiving light from one direction only, and you observe that it seems to grow inwards, the brighter areas of the shelter, and you keep wondering why, and then you have to test this. Then after that, you have to go on research more about it. Then after this, you put forward a possible hypothesis. Now, what is an hypothesis? Hypothesis is a reasonable explanation for a particular observation, or natural phenomenon, as in it must be such that can be tested. Like, oh god, you're just trying to, like, you can say it's a tentative answer, but I always say it's more like a guess, but it must be reasonable, for, because because it must be such that can be tested, by experimentation. And that's why I wrote that So you have to conduct experiments to test the hypothesis, and this involve having a control experiment. Like example, when you are trying to observe a cowpea plant. Okay, you have to use a control experiment. A control experiment have is not subjected to any factor. Okay, let's say you have tree, what do you call it, you have to put one to see if it can grow with water. You fill three baskets, three beaker of water. You put cotton wool. You put the cowpea one, you fill water to the top, to the brim overflowing. The other one you fill it with just the cotton wool with water. And why the control experiment means you will not subject it to any factor, just make it dry, and then you observe it, and then you shake it out. Okay. And something you need to know that is that now, um when a hypothesis has been tested and found to be repeatedly correct within the limits of available evidence, it means that everybody must test it, not just you. And you find that something is creeping and you don't really know the name, you've researched it, and then you experimented on it, and not just you, others experimented on it also, and based on the results, it has been proven. No, it has been repeatedly correct. Okay, now it becomes a theory. mm? And when it's theory, and usually a theory incorporates a number of verified hypotheses. Now, if a theory has been extensively tested and proven to be true also, okay, everything has to be tested, then it becomes a law, or you can call it a principle. And a law or principle must also hold up to new discoveries, improved technology, and continual experimentation. Okay, just like the Lamarck's theory of evolution, and when he believed that based on his observation, because of the environmental conditions, animals have long neck, and though then it was later proven that it's not true. Okay, and that is it. So that's why we believe on the Darwin's theory. Oh, but that's not what we're talking about today. I'm just trying to tell you that everything is not bad to observe, but you just, even while observing things around you, you go on the streets and you observe something, you can't just take it as it is. You can't just take it as it is. You see two people fighting in the street. You won't just take it as it is. You have to first test it to know if it's true. You don't know if they are brothers. If you guess, we don't. If you guess, you may end up jumping to the wrong conclusion. And generally accepted is not even accepted. So that's basically science. Science basically explains everything around us. You find something growing in your food, or you left your food open and you saw something growing, or you left your food for days and you found something growing. You have to check it. What is this growing in my food? And you test it, and others will have to try it out. And then when it becomes accepted, well, it becomes a theory, and a theory has to be tested before it becomes a law. Okay, I hope you've been able to understand a thing or two about this. Well, the take home is make a research of an organism and tell us what you observe. I'm sure there are lots of things around you. I'll sure love to hear what you have for me. Thank you, and see you in the next class. Bye bye. Please follow Grand Scale International on all social media platforms for more educational videos. Also leave a message in the comment below if you have any questions, and I'll make sure to answer them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.